Howdy everybody, welcome back to another episode of TerraFirmaCraft. I went ahead and started a pit kiln for a new pickaxe because ours was damaged. Today I'm thinking that I'm going to want to build a few houses in the compound. So we've got our cellar up and running and we've got our starter house. Now the starter house is nice and all, but it's not really my thing. It's really small. I want a house that's not dedicated to storing wood and querning and, you know, all our storage. So what I'm thinking is this episode, I am going to go ahead and try and get a small blacksmith station set up. I don't know where. I'm going to tear down this house and I am going to build a new house. It's going to be bigger and it's going to be less multi-purpose than this. But I just wanted to give everybody a good idea of what was going to happen, and then we're going to get into me harvesting a little bit of resources, and then hopefully onto some building montages. So, you know, that's where we're at right now. So I will get back with you guys once I have harvested some resources. Alright everybody, looks like the pit kiln's done. I went ahead and chopped down a few more trees to give us a little bit better source of wood. We've now got our vessels. Which one has copper? This one. So we're going to go ahead and cast another pick. What I want to do when we're collecting resources for this, I'm thinking the blacksmith building. What I'm going to do is I'm going to dig a shaft down near the house, and we're going to see what stone types are below us. Hopefully we'll get one that's real pretty. We can make it into a brick, and then we can use that as maybe a floor or a wall for the house. So I will get back to you guys when I am at the next stone level. Howdy everybody. I have finally got down to the next stone layer. So we've got our rhyolite and then it goes down to phyllite. I think that's a very similar type of stone. I'm pretty sure that we can't make flux out of this, and we also can't use it for an anvil. So it's not really what I'm looking for. I'm going to go ahead and keep going down and see what the last level of stone is. I think those are almost always like igneous extrusives, so hopefully we'll get an anvil out of it. See you guys then. Alright everybody, I finally found the last stone layer, and it looks like it is diorite. I'm not quite sure. I still don't think that that's something we can make flux out of. Here, let's take a look. What can we make flux out of? So we can use limestone, dolomite, marble, chalk, and borax. So we definitely don't have any of the things required to make flux. Now, we might be able to make an anvil out of this. I'm not quite sure. Here, let's give it a check. I can craft a hammer. I know I have, you know, like 3 hammers at the house, but that's alright. We'll just craft 1 hammer. We'll go ahead and mine a block out like this. And then let's right click it. Oh, look at that. Okay, so we can make a stone anvil. That's great. So we're going to go ahead and grab a block of this. So let's go ahead and get our pickaxe out. How are we going to do this? Like this, I think. Here we go. We're going to go ahead and mine out all the blocks on every side from it. I'm sure you guys have seen this before in a previous episode, but this is how you gather the raw stone type. Not smooth. Smooth is a different thing in TerraFirma, but we want to get the raw stone type. We're going to take this up to the house, and we're going to place it... we're going to take this up to the house, and we're going to place it in our new blacksmith area once we build it. So there we go. Got a piece of diorite. Awesome. And then I will just cover this up with some cobblestone, because that'll be fine. Here we go. Awesome. So I am going to go ahead and build up to the house, you guys. I might actually swing down this place and do a little bit of prospecting real quick. I'll show you guys if I find anything cool. If not, you'll just see me... I'm not quite sure what. I will decide. I'll put it in post. Anyway, see you guys in a minute. Hey everybody, just sneaking down into the basement to make some sandwiches. I probably should have brought a knife here. I'll go ahead and make one because we could definitely cut off all of the decay. So even though we're storing stuff in a cellar, once we get the ice in here, we're still going to have to come in here and occasionally cut off all the decay from the food. And that's fine. That's just normal. You don't. The more decay you leave on your food, the easier it is for the food to decay. So, you know, if you've got 5% decay, it's going to decay faster than if you had 0% decay. And I know that doesn't sound like it makes a lot of sense, but it does. You just have to trust me on that. No, it makes sense because the more decay on it, the faster it spreads. It's exponential. So we're going to go ahead and we just snuck down here and cut all that off, and that's fine. We've got our soy. So I'm thinking this is actually going to be our protein shelf instead of just, you know, whatever vegetables is what we had it for. And this one was going to be roots. So we're going to take some onion. We're going to take some cooked potato. Let's see, a piece of, I would say, rye bread, and we're going to take some soybean. Do we need more to make a sandwich, or are we good to go? Let's see. Okay, so we can still make sandwiches out of this. That's great. So we're going to make a few sandwiches. Actually, I want to use the potato here and do it like that. There we go. And we'll make one more. Awesome. Okay, guys, I will see you again in a little bit. Hey everybody, we're back from gathering all the smooth stone we were getting. I realized that since we can't make flux, we can't make lime water, which means we also can't make like stone bricks. So in order to make, here, I'll just show you. So let's say we wanted to make rhyolite. Alright, I don't know how to spell rhyolite. We're just going to type out bricks. So if we wanted to make the TFC bricks for andesite, you need mortar. In order to get mortar, you need lime water. And in order to get lime water, it's not going to say it, but you need flux, and you need to put it in a barrel. So that's not going to work for us. So I've gone ahead and drawn out all of the building materials that we have. So we've got hickory and hickory logs. We've got chestnut and chestnut planks. I meant planks here. We've got white cedar and white planks. Then we've got smooth rhyolite, rhyolite cobblestone, smooth phyllite, phyllite cobblestone, smooth diorite, and diorite cobblestone. So I am not quite sure what I want to use yet, but I'm thinking for the blacksmith, we're probably going to go with a hickory frame, hickory walls, and then for the forge and like bloomery later on, I'd say we'll probably go with phyllite, maybe some touch-ups from the diorite. I like the dark brown sort of, dark brown sort of cobblestone and smooth stone. That makes it look kind of dirty, like a forge. And then obviously for the new house, we've got thatch if we want to use that as a roofing material. But I figured I'd give you guys just a look at everything we've got to build with, sort of explain why I might be building something that looks dumb or whatever else. We'll also use, where are they? I will show you. We will also probably use, well, we've got many supports in the house. We'll also probably use supports, especially on like the blacksmith building. So we can take a look at what the supports look like. So we've got like the white cedar support. I'm actually going to place any of the other. I totally will. I totally will place the other supports just for you guys, because just I feel like it. Oh, that sandwich didn't give us anything. Here, let me have another sandwich. There we go. We got some more hickory. Grab the two of those and we'll make some supports. Let's see. There we go. Got some hickory supports. And then we will make some chestnut supports. Now, I know you guys probably haven't seen hickory since the first episode. That's because there's no hickory in the base area we're in right now. It's, I believe all the hickory is probably 100 or 200 blocks that way. And that's all right. You know, that's not too far, so we don't even have to worry about it. All right, cool. So then we've got these, and we've got these. So those are the 3 different types of supports we've got access to. I might go with the chestnut. On the blacksmith building, we might go with the cobblestone roof. And if we do, I think I'll go with the chestnut supports, the hickory log frame, and the smooth firelight. So I'm going to leave this palette up because I like it. This is definitely a good thing. It'll give me ideas when I want to go build and I can extend on it. So this is our palette for building right now. I'm probably I'm just gonna wait out the night and then I will start building on one of the buildings, or at least I'll clear out an area. So I will see you guys then. Alright everybody, so I went ahead and drew up the design for a smithy. We're gonna need a lot more resources than I originally thought we did. So I have a little bit of a montage here of me just collecting everything I can see. Now for this build I originally wanted to go with hickory planks and hickory logs, but I could only find 1 hickory tree within like 300 blocks, so I went ahead and just marked that for when we can get saplings later. So now I'm just going to make it with firelight, chestnut, and thatch. Now to make harvesting that wood faster, I'm going to go ahead and craft a copper axe. This is because with the stone axe, you only get about 60% of the logs you chop. There's a chance that 1 log will be destroyed whenever the tree falls down, or a couple logs. So this axe it's not going to mine any faster, but it'll make the process of getting logs faster, and we'll have to deforest less. So that's going to be pretty nice. Right here I'm just gathering smooth stones. I originally wanted to use stone bricks, but in order to get mortar, like I said, we had to get lime water, so no stone bricks for us, which is pretty sad. Got our axe now. I made some more jugs, that way I could explore more and walk around without having to run back to fresh water and sit there and drink for 20 seconds every time. Here I'm cleaning out our barrel of all the building materials I was carrying around. I decided not to use anything in that barrel. I think I come back for that chestnut at some point, but I don't think it's on camera. So we're just going to carry this around with us because I know I'm going to need everything. This clip here is from when I was out exploring for hickory trees. I found an olive tree and a plum tree, but like I said, no hickory. So I grabbed some plums and grabbed some olive saplings. Here I'm grabbing some cobblestone because I wanted to incorporate that into the build as well. I really just like this firelight a whole lot, so you know I'm using both the varieties I can have of it. Once we get brick later on, I'll probably get some brick too. But here where I'm lighting up, this is the plot I decided to pick for the blacksmith. I thought it was the nicest, you know, it's right next to a stone overhang. We could put like a little mine thing out the back of it for, you know, aesthetic purposes. I doubt there's any ore out there, but it'd still be fun to look at. Here's the hickory tree I found, by the way. We're marking that, grabbing some more chestnut for ourselves and throwing the rest of our wood in the shed. But I think we're very close to moving on to actually building the house itself. The smithery. We're very close. Just going to throw these olive trees down first. And here we go. So I decided to put up the chestnut frame first, and then just go ahead and throw down the forge that I was working on. I used a chisel to chisel down all the 4 blocks around it in order to make some nice pillars, and then I went ahead and threw the chimney on. For the walls, we're just going to use regular chestnut planks. I didn't put any windows in yet, and then I'm going to floor it with that firelight cobblestone. I'm going to have a little bit of a trim on where we put the anvil, and then I'm just going to throw up a thatch roof. Now, I know this is probably dangerous in a blacksmith and all. There's a lot of fire and sparks going around, but I don't quite care. I think it turned out nice. Yep, nice. Alright everybody, we're going to go ahead and decorate the interior of our blacksmithery. So I'm going to go ahead and throw some shelves and ingot storage down right here. These shelves we can make by taking some chestnut lumber, and I believe the recipe just is like, maybe we need, what do we need? Sorry, I don't remember the recipe. Shelf. So we need, a plank block. Okay, that's fine. We can grab those. How many do we want? 8, I think? Okay, so we're going to throw the plank blocks down, throw the lumber on there, we'll just balance it like that, and then we're going to take our 8 shelves. We're going to use these to store ore or just other things. I think you can use these to keep ingots hot as well. Oh, we actually need a little bit more. So we might use them for something like that, unless unless we think it's too cheaty, in which case we won't do that. But here we go. We've got our shelf storage up. I don't actually have any ingots or anything to store. We've got our piece of diorite. If you remember correctly, this is going to be our anvil. You can turn it into an anvilable stone. There we go. Put our hammer on it. Then we're going to cut up another plank. So I want to go ahead and get a barrel here. What we're going to do with this is we're going to go ahead and fill it with fresh water, and we're going to set it right there, and that'll be how we cool down ingots when we're done working on them, or cool down like tool heads or that sort of thing. So when you forge a copper tool head, unlike with the mold, it's still hot when it comes out, and I think you need to cool it down to put it on a stick. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to quickly go fill this with fresh water over here at our pond, and then we can take it back. And from there, what we need to do is we actually need to make the forge itself. Now, I built the bay or the frame for the forge, but we need to make some charcoal in order to make the forge block itself. And in order to make charcoal, I know you guys haven't seen it yet, we need to make something called a charcoal pit, which is pretty exciting. I'll go ahead and make a small one over here as soon as I go put this barrel down, and I think you guys will enjoy seeing that. I wanted to go with the chestnut barrel as opposed to another barrel. I think this one will probably look best. There we go. And just unseal it. Got a nice barrel of water right next to our hammer. So you walk in, you're going to have our ingot storage here. We'll have our shelves up here for anything we want to put on them. And then you'll walk back here, and this will be the forge that we work. Later on, we're going to get put a crucible up here, and I'll just store that on the back. And then when we want to use it, we'll move it up. So I'm pretty darn happy with the build here. It's really nice, super functional. Roof looks good. So let's go ahead and start that charcoal pit before the next episode. Ooh. Lag spike. All right. So what we want to do is we want to grab quite a few logs. I'm thinking probably 4 stacks. Ooh, let me grab these berries real quick. Oh no, I'm stuck. Okay, so I've got some blackberries. That's pretty cool. But we want to go ahead and grab like 4.5 stacks of logs. So let's see. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, well, 4.5, you know what I mean. So now what we need is we need a shovel. Let's go ahead and make one of those real quick. I don't think we have any sticks on us. Let's go ahead and grab a stick for the shovel. Here we go. Just got one. And now we're going to go and dig a small pit in the ground right back here. I like this area. This is where I'm going to put it. So we're going to want to go ahead and dig out a little 3x3. With the charcoal pits, what you need to do is you need to block it off from air. It can't be exposed to any air. So what we're going to do is we're going to bury it in dirt as soon as we get it placed down. So let's see. We want so what I want to do is I just want to half fill all these. So let's go ahead and put them all down real quick, and then we will just split these into. There we go, and then all right, cool. So we're going to do it like this. There we go. Grab the extra. Go ahead and put in 8 in each one. Now, normally you would want to fill these up all the way, but I wanted to test and see if this gave you more returns, because a charcoal pile can only be stacked up to 8 charcoals high. So I'm wondering, if you just fill up a log pile with 8 instead of 16, do you get 8 charcoal out of it? And if that's the case, this will make this even cheaper. So we want to go ahead and cover this up now. The way this works is we're going to light it on fire. So we're going to go ahead and throw a torch down, get all our little particle effects, and once it's on fire, we're going to smother it. And we should be able to see the particle effects from the fire itself, or from the, there we go, see? So if you see smoke like this, it means that the charcoal pit is in progress. I think this takes about 12 hours in game, so we can check on this again tonight. In the meantime, I actually wanted to go ahead and go check on our crops since it's daytime. It's been quite a few days since we planted them. I think we planted them in early July. I know a few of those crops are very quick growing, especially when they have fresh soil like we've given them. So let's go ahead and go give a check. So the yellow bell peppers and red bell peppers are at 91%. The potatoes are definitely not grown yet. And the... Okay, so something interesting. You guys remember how this was a little bit of a hill when we found this place? I mined it out. It looks like the dirt that wasn't a grass layer actually doesn't have very many nutrients in it, because if you look here, these have grown a whole lot because they're very nutrient rich. So that stinks. We're gonna go ahead and grab the seeds we have at home. If you guys remember, I believe I went on a little bit of an expedition after we planted our crops, so we should have quite a few extra seeds to plant. There we go. Yeah, look at all this. That's quite a few seeds. I think most of it is grain. Let's go ahead and see what's not grain. Onion and potato. So we're gonna go ahead and plant all this. Do we need a hoe? I think our last hoe broke, so probably. We probably need a hoe. Let's go ahead and get a stick. There we go, and we'll grab a rock. So we're going to do that, and now we're going to make a hoe. I believe it is like that. That's the recipe if you guys want to know. Now we've got a hoe. Sweet. Replace that there. Oh, we actually have soybean seed as well. That's nice. Soybeans are quite good. They're the only protein plant in the game. So if you want to get protein without having an animal farm, that's how you do it. So let's go ahead and clear this away. We want to go ahead and put the hoe on water mode. Tell me if this soil is hydrated. It is not. Okay, never mind. We're not going to plant anything there. Let's go ahead and move over to the grain plot that we have over here. Oh, it's raining. That'll be good for the crops. But let's move to the grain plot. I want to go ahead and plant all this grain we've got on us. We've got barley, oat, and rye. Quite a bit of it too. I don't know what crops we have planted here. I know we had a few, so let's see what we've got. We've got barley, so let's go ahead and put the barley on itself. There we go. Like that. Okay, so all the barley is now planted. This is wheat, and this is rice. Okay, so do we have any more wheat? No, we just have oat and rye. So with the oat seeds, we're going to plant them right here, and here we go. Awesome. And then the rye, I don't even think we have space to plant the rye. I'm actually just going to plant the rye a little bit all over. So here we go. I'm just going to plant it in between everything. Okay, cool. So our grain plot is now up to date and up to speed. We've still got our potato and onion seeds. Let's go ahead and find a little plot to plant them on. I don't want to have to dig up any dirt this time because I want to be able to get full nutrients, since it'll mean I could probably get 2 harvests in this year. Let's see what we've got. Anything over here? I don't think so. I actually think there is a bit of ocean around here, or there it is. So we're gonna go ahead and make our farm up there. So we want to go this way. Yeah, so that is a lake. It's all fresh water and it's surrounded by, fertile grass. So we're gonna go ahead and go over there. Oh, we found a peach tree. That's awesome. Let's go ahead and grab some saplings from this thing. I want to get some of these behind the house. That's super sick. Alright, so we've got peaches now. That's really cool. And that's an early autumn fruit, so that should be blooming a little bit. Well, it should have been blooming there, but I guess it wasn't. We're going to plant this at the house so we can get some peaches. I'll go ahead and actually do that right now, because I want peaches right now. Peaches sound pretty good. But that'll help with our diet. If you guys can go ahead and look, our fruit is a little low. I mean, our dairy is even lower, but animal husbandry is quite a bit away, and we haven't even built the barn yet. So I don't even want to start animal husbandry yet. I want to get a nice barn in order to keep all our animals in before we actually start getting animals, But what were we doing? We were doing a thingy thing. Oh yes, we were planting crops up here at the lake because it's going to be nice and fertile. Let's go ahead. Avoid all of the zombie brains and everything that have just fallen to the ground, because you don't want to step in a squishy, disgusting zombie brain. That's pretty gross. But here we go. It's up here with all these white elm, very pretty, and then we've got a sort of just a nice area with lots of water. So let's go ahead and oh, there we go. I wonder why it won't let us. Oh, that's clay. I see. Okay, so you can't till clay apparently. So that's all right. We don't have to worry about that. I mean, we don't need all the soil anyway. We just need a little bit of it. Here we go. Go ahead and till all of this, and then we're going to plant our onions on this side. Oh, this probably, that's fine. It's getting enough sunlight. And then we're going to plant our potatoes on this side. Here we go. Potatoes. Great. So this is our vegetable. No, I'm going to go and put root plot. Okay, so that's our root plot. That's going to be where our roots are planted. Look at that, pumpkins. They're not really much use to us. We can't actually use pumpkins to do anything because the recipes for them have been taken out in this pack. That's fine though. So now we've got all of our gardens checked, all of our plants replanted, and I think it's not even autumn yet. We should get at least a harvest in. Here's some copper. I don't know if I have this marked. Let's go ahead and check. We'll go ahead and open our journey map. Let's see, distance. No, we don't have this marked. Okay, so we're gonna mark this as native copper sample. No, wait, how was I marking this? Copper sample. I'm trying to mark it in the new scheme we're using. There we go. Make it orange. Bam, got a copper sample. Okay, I actually see some berry bushes over here. We've got more blackberry bushes to add to the house. That's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and put these on the, let's skirt the house with these, as it were. There we go. I'm really excited to go ahead and get a new house built. I like this starter house. I mean, it worked while it lasted, but I want to get a nice, you know, well-built house up and going, and I'm not quite sure where. I mean, if we take a general look around, there's some divots, maybe right there, but I want it to be sort of in line and close to the blacksmith building, so maybe we'll put it over there next to the clay deposit, and we'd just clear out all these trees, and this would be like the center of like the communal hub. And then over there, I'm not quite sure what we would put over there, but so we've got our blacksmith, and then we'd walk out and we'd want our house to be somewhere nearby. But I think that's probably going to be it for today, everybody. We've got a lot done. We've got our blacksmith built, got a charcoal pit going, crops are done. So this was very productive, and I am going to see all of you in the next episode. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe, please. It really helps out the channel, and I want you guys to be alerted when I release new videos. All right, have a nice day. Bye.